Hey guys, how are you all doing today?
Hi,
Great,
Rishabh. We're
Rishabh.
doing great.
Rishabh,
Doing good, Rishabh.
doing good.
All right. So, guys, the reason I wanted to connect today is on the line side because you guys were the first batch of student developers that we had at Microsoft Technology Center or MTC. So today, I just wanted to pick up your brains in terms of your journey at Microsoft, your experience at Microsoft, or what were the key learnings that you had during the 2 months that you spent at MTC. Yeah, Sardanya, go ahead.
So for most of us here, the student developer program was our first industry experience. Even though we had tons of college projects focused on various technologies, this gave us a great exposure on a whole new level because it was a real world problem that the healthcare industry is trying to solve. So in my opinion, it played a major role in understanding the difference between university projects and the industry, and this would definitely help me in becoming a better computer scientist.
Yeah, I would just like to add to what Sarjanya said. So basically, when the entire student developer program started, we were all assigned a small component of the entire project. And since it was a remote internship, we all found ourselves trying to complete only the tasks that was allocated to us.
Yeah.
And we all found that we were hitting roadblocks almost instantly. And a lot of time was like wasted trying to
Yes.
overcome these obstacles.
Yeah.
But after about 15 days into the internship, we started like collaborating more. And what we realized is that not only were we solving the issues much faster, but we were also learning so much more about the various components of the project.
Yeah, I think that was one of the key things that we wanted to emulate when we started the student development program was around the fact that you guys should get the industry exposure that's necessary for your growth. And secondly, yes, Sahil, you rightly said collaboration was one of the keys that I was able to see in your overall growth as well. So with that, let's move forward. So Anand, Rohan, because you guys have been slightly on the quieter side. So I have another question for you, which is if you have to point out to one key takeaway that you were able to take away in your journey at MTC, what would that be?
So, Rishabh, 55 days into the program, we had done some pretty good work together, collaborating like Sahil had told. And, we've made good progress. But, and we had that one presentation where none of us did a good job. And you were there, you know how we did, right? And so the next 1 week was like a steep learning curve for all of us. We were mentored and we learned how to make executive presentations and showcase our work in the best possible way. In the end, we actually presented it to the leadership team. So honestly, this is my biggest takeaway.
Absolutely, Anand. Nikunj, what was the one takeaway for you?
I think the major takeaway for me was how to take criticism constructively and further work on producing a better end product. As Anil mentioned during the first presentation, the criticisms already obviously helped us to form a better presentation. So I think that's the best takeaway for me.
Yeah. Thank you. I think, yeah, that's very true. Rohan, you go next.
I think, Rishabh, since especially this was my first industry experience, what I was expecting was to be given a project and probably a set of instructions that we have to follow. But it was actually a pleasant surprise to me that we were actually given the freedom to make our own decisions and sort of figure out the process ourselves. So I think this was amazing since we got to learn a lot. So this would probably be my biggest takeaway.
Absolutely, Rohan. Rohan, I think one of the key things that we look forward to when it comes to student development program is around the fact that you guys bring in the new perspective. And yeah, absolutely. So thank you for all the answers. Guys, I have one last quick-fire question for each one of you. I literally ask you guys to go ahead and answer that. So the question is, since you guys are the young and the upcoming generation or the next wave of computer scientists in the industry, what do you think is the one key technology or technological trend that's going to change or shape the next decade? So Nikunj, why don't you go first?
I think for me, it would be digital twins and how they're going to shape the entire life cycle of all products in the industry, starting from when they're built up to how long they would last in the industry. Having worked on it myself during the 2 months of our internship, I think it was the best thing for me.
Absolutely. Rohan?
I would have to say autonomous systems is probably going to be the biggest thing, also having worked on something similar in the project.
Okay. So Adanya?
So looking at the next decade, I would say quantum computing would definitely change the way the world works.
Good. Anil, why don't you go next?
Yeah, so when we think about the future, we think about decentralization, security, and transparency. So I worked on blockchain, and I think it could be a real game changer in the next decade.
Thank you, Arif. And Sahil, your last word?
Yeah, so I think since we're reaching the end of silicon-based computing, what would dominate in the next decade would be silicon-less computing.
Right. Thank you, guys. Thanks a ton. Hope you all keep on doing well in your life, in your careers. All the best for your careers. Take care, guys.
Thank you, Rishabh.
Thanks, Rishabh.
Thank you for the
Rishabh.
opportunity.
Thank you.